If you're looking for cheap iPad deals, you've most certainly come to the right place, and you've come at the best time of year too, as seasonal sales mean big reductions from most major retailers in terms of tablets. The iPad has been king for years and is definitely still the best tablet. And because there are so many models these days, it's easier than ever to find the top iPad deal, with all manner of price points on offer. Whether you're after a deal on a brand new iPad, the iPad Air 2 or even the iPad mini from many years ago, we've found the best deals so you don't have to. Even with discounts offers, iPads can be a bit expensive, but thankfully we're already seeing some lower costs prices here. And also check out the Android models in our cheap tablet deals page. Here's a snapshot of the latest prices on a selection of popular iPad models. After that, keep scrolling for an extensive list of prices for every iPad model on the market today. Here are the best cheap iPad deals on all available models. New iPad 9.7 deals. The brand new iPad 9.7-inch model is the successor to the iPad Air 2. It's a fraction thicker but contains an improved A9 chip with an M9 coprocessor for enhanced performance. Surprisingly, this new model is actually cheaper than the iPad Air 2, making it the choice for anyone wanting a larger pad without the high costs of the Pro model. In the US, prices for the 32GB model launched at $329, compared to £339 in the UK and $469 in Australia. The 128GB model's price at launch was $429 per £429 per $599. Opt for the cellular SIM card. 32GB model prices are around $469 per £469 per $669, with the 128GB model priced at $559 per $559 per $799. Ready to order a new iPad now? Then you better take a look at the new iPad deals below. If you see the basic model for under $300 per £300 per $400, snap it up. Hey, WASNT, there's supposed to be an iPad Pro 2 this year. Well, yes, but Apple instead decided to name it the iPad Pro 10.5. Thanks, Apple. The 10.5-inch iPad Pro is actually a brand new size in the iPad Pro range, as the previous smallest model was 9.7 inches as well as the 12.9-inch option. The new iPad Pro models use an A10X processor, and the older ones have the A9X chip if you need to tell the difference. Some retailers also have 2017 in the listing title too, but many, including Apple, don't. Why buy the new iPad Pro models? Well, the A10X is a faster processor to give it the edge over the older iPad Pro, although the performance boost isn't huge, to be honest. The rear camera gets a modest megapixel boost. The front camera gets a bigger upgrade though, for a much clearer FaceTime experience. The new iPad Pro screens now benefit from smaller bezels and an improved display. For the best iPad display yet, both of the new models are available in 64GB, 256GB and 512GB hard drive sizes. You'll also need to decide if you want a standard iPad Pro with only Wi-Fi or mobile tethering options available for online activities, or to opt for the considerably more expensive cellular models and a data-only SIM-only deal too. If the improvements don't float your boat, you should take a look further down this page, as we've listed the best deals available for the older iPad Pro models. The older 9.7 model is much cheaper than the new 10.5-inch iPad Pro. 9.7 used to be the gold standard in iPad design, but it's been dethroned by its slightly larger, yet younger sibling. This model originally arrived in March 2016 instead of an iPad Air 3 and still offers more than enough power and quality for someone thinking of stepping up to the Pro level of iPad, with a pencil and smart keyboard on offer. That's great news for anyone who wanted Pro features at a cheaper price, as it's the least costly of all the iPad Pro models around right now. The iPad Pro isn't a laptop replacement in the way power users will hope, but it is by some distance one of the most brilliant tablets ever released. Using its enormous 12.9-inch screen is an impressive experience, and the power inside, despite the age, has rarely been bettered in the tablet world. So to anyone that wants an iPad with more power, a better audio and reading experience and more abilities than ever before, there's no question here, go for the iPad Pro, and once you've got over the cost, you'll find it offers a lot of benefits. And with the new 2017 version on shelves now, we're seeing the price drop on this still excellent iPad with many of the features you'll actually want. The iPad Air 2 is older, but still a good buy, with us saying that Apple improved on perfection. There's a newer iPad 9.7 that acts as a spiritual successor to the iPad Air 2, but you can often find the former model for less, especially if you're happy with refurbished models, and they're very much worth checking out. The combination of power, better screen, improved design and upgraded OS make this a very, very compelling device, and that's before getting into the fact the app ecosystem is so much stronger than on Android. It's even better now iOS 10 is capable of scaling apps so seamlessly. The days of low-res iPhone apps are gone. Here are the best cheap iPad Air 2 deals currently available. It's still impressive to hold the iPad Air, even though it's now the thicker option compared to the iPad above. From the clever construction to the fast processor to the improved user interface, this iPad may be a bit older, but it's still a strong choice for the right price. Choose a cheap iPad Air deal from these options we've found. Is the iPad mini 4 the best 7-inch tablet ever made? Quite possibly. One of the major changes with the iPad mini 4 over the previous years to mini 3 is its design. It may look the same, but it's been slimmed down from 7.5mm to a wafer-thin 6.1mm. It's also more powerful, has a stunning screen, and the battery is still a 10-hour beast. The A8 processor was a good step up from the A7 inside the Mini 3, so if you're going to play 3D games or throw around some of the more hefty iPad apps from the App Store, this is certainly your best option, all while being neat and compact. The iPad Mini 3 wasn't the most exciting upgrade when it launched, basically adding in a new color and Touch ID to the iPad Mini 2. It's now off sale with the major retailers, but you can still pick it up for a half-decent price refurbished even from Apple or from resellers. For most tablet tasks it'll perform admirably and is updated to iOS 11, so you're still getting all the performance you'd want, with a more compact option. Over-the-air range with a 7.9-inch screen this packs. Here's every cheap iPad Mini 3 deal you could ever want, and then some. The first iPad Mini with Retina display is a deal-tastic marvel. This was the first iPad with a Retina display, and it still stacks up thanks to some lower prices. The deals can fluctuate. If you see the iPad Mini 3 above for cheaper, then go for that as it's an enhanced model. But if you're smart, you can pick up the iPad Mini 2 for a good price, and it's perfect for the loved one who doesn't need the best screen and highest performing processor. Only word of warning, it might not get upgraded to iOS 12, so won't have all the newest features. But then again, if you're not bothered about the screen, you're probably not going to care about that either. Here are the best cheap iPad Mini 2 deals currently available. The cheapest iPad out there, but it's still a winner. So the original iPad Mini may not have a Retina display, but for the right price, it's still worth looking at. That said, there aren't a lot of places putting it for under $200 per £200 per $300, which is the level we'd suggest if you wanted this aging iPad. Here are the best cheap iPad Mini deals we can find at the moment, but we'd suggest going for at least a Mini 2 right now.